Okay. That's not Joseki. Joseki should be here. Yeah, it's the only move. I mean, only move, but also it's like only 1 point mistake, so it's kind of funny. I would go third line when your opponent is here. If your opponent is there, you want to settle. If you're here, if white is here, then you want to develop. So the fourth line and third line difference is, do you want to develop or do you want to settle? And right here, you want to settle. Yeah, so this is a little good for black, I think. By 0.3 points, obviously. It's an amazing, amazing lead. But either way, I think I would still take black regardless, because I think this position's uncomfortable for white. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I just mentioned fourth line is for developing. So this one says I want to develop this way. But there's a white stone right here, and these two on the fourth line, which also want to develop, which means it's kind of canceling out. So these two are canceling out each other. So I don't know if I would play here specifically. What it does do, though, is prevent white's move. It prevents white from getting control of the square. So maybe if that's what you're doing, it might be okay. But I think you should probably develop your own. I think the Chinese opening has a nice framework to it. Right, I think you should develop your own square. Even if you don't play the shoulder hit, I think a 4-space jump. You can see that black's getting a very nice square. And if white tries to make their own, black will definitely make theirs faster. Yeah, blacks will definitely be faster. So the Chinese opening is very Moyo oriented. So the Chinese opening is looking at these two squares. It says in this square and this square, I am going to make something. Okay, so you want to think about developing this. Okay. This stone has not gotten support yet. If you can be cut, then you need a vase. So I'm over here. And then white can slide under, which is one of the reasons I don't like this move. But now it's not a weak group. But if you go here, I can attack you. And then I can use this to potentially reduce the framework that you were trying to build there. And like just as a simple test variation. So you can see you don't even have time to make the framework now because you're too busy defending something. I think this is ignoring the fact that black is building this square. So after the opening, when you have a stone on every side, you really want to focus on these center squares because that's where the middle game happens. So right now, black is aiming at this square, which is very scary looking because white doesn't have one of their own. So I would not be interested in playing on the top, and I definitely wouldn't play a third line move because black will just develop. Maybe here. I think I like this one. Oh, this is a very scary board. I don't know. It's a board that I would not like to play as white. Okay, attachment's also fine. Same principle. Yeah, okay. Everything's good. Black is playing quite well. The only move of black's I don't like, I think, is this one. Everything else I think I've liked. Should be okay in theory. I'm wondering, but I think there's too many issues. Yeah, I think you're okay. Oh no, you gotta go 4. Always go 4. Never go 3. Or never stop at 3, because you can get double Hanade. And you want to save the cutting stone, but you can't because of all this ugliness right here. So because these 3 stones can be squeezed, because they have low liberties, basically you want to think 3 liberties or less, you can find Tesujis. If non-go terms, 3 lifelines or less, you can find tactics. So you want to make sure that when they play the Hane around, you want to make sure that you have at least 4 liberties when you play. Because now you can cut, you can fight, you can do all kinds of stuff. But if you only have 3 when they turn, now you got to play defensively. And otherwise, magic might happen. And magic in your framework is not fun. Okay. I would either play here, or I would shoulder hit or shoulder hit, I think. Shoulder hits are great for reductions. So if you need to reduce an area very quickly, shoulder hits are pretty good spots. Another option is you can actually attach to this Shamari right here, or corner enclosure. When you have the high space enclosure, this attachment is a thing. Want to say something like this? I don't know. I think it's maybe good for black in this case. Anyway, it's a possible option. I don't like that you're touching a weak stone. Don't touch 2 single stones. Touching single stones makes them stronger, and you have an attack opportunity over here. So by playing here, you're actually making this black stone much stronger. Also, you're kind of ignoring the fact that black has a big framework. We don't want to avoid the problem. Everyone's playing for points now. We play for points, black wins, so I don't think it's a bad idea for black. But white definitely needs some cash. And just this is a bad estimation. So the AI is going to have it much closer for black than it is because the AI is going to reduce. But the idea is if you don't reduce, let's throw some stones out. You can see black's up by quite a bit. This is why counting is important and not trusting the score estimator is very important because it's not the score if you're playing, it's a score if the AI is playing. So if the AI plays the next move perfectly, then that's what the score is. That's what that means. So yeah, I think avoiding this bottom right means that white is going to be losing. This cut doesn't work, so this is a lack of go problems. So if you play somewhere else, let's just play something. This cut is a ladder. Okay, so this means you should do ladder go problems because your eyes have a weak point, so you should just drill them until they don't. I think you read this. Yeah, I think you read this kills your 2 stones, which is true, but you missed the ladder, which means more ladder go problems. Okay, got to get to that bottom right. It's kind of the story of the game. You gotta listen to the story of the game a lot and say what is the board wanting to do, and then if the board's wanting black to win, you gotta like ask it why, and then tell it to stop. So if your opponent, if the board is saying, "Hey, black is going to win," and you say why, it's because black has get a big area right here. Then you say, "Stop it! Stop having such a big area." Yeah, you gotta listen to what the board tells you. Okay, this is the game losing at this point. Now there's no way in. So if black knows how to kill the invasion, which a lot of people don't actually, then black's just going to straight up win because there's no way white has enough points. Yeah, 26 points. Yeah, good luck living with AAI's move. Okay, so the way to kill this is actually to attack it from the second line. If you attack it from the second line, there's nowhere for white to go. There's no eyes, there's no escape route. You just watch your cutting points, and where does white go? Like, white can't do anything. So you attack the eye space from the second line when there's no escape routes. All you have to do is watch your cutting points, attack the eyes, and it will die. Every time. Uh-oh. Remember, watch the cuts. Watch the cuts. Don't tunnel vision on the eyes. If you tunnel vision on the eyes, you're going to actually end up in a very, very bad position. White, nice catch. Very nice. Wow. That's pretty destructive. Okay, yep, this is the best recovery move. This one's actually not working if black takes the risk. So actually, this would be a good point to count because right now we need to acknowledge that there is a cutting point. And then you can decide if this will live or die. And if you say you don't know, then you want to say, is it worth the risk? And so you'll count the board and you'll say, if I'm going to lose if I let this group out, if I just play normal, do I lose? If yes, then go for it, right? Take the risk. Why not? If you're going to lose anyway, may as well fight it out. So this is where you would have a counting point where you have a big decision to make. You would just count and then figure it out. But if you knew that you could kill it, like technically I think white should die, in theory. Then if you can just kill it, then it's fine. Just go kill it. Fix the cutting points is good. So this is actually a little tricky to judge, but typically if you can fix while taking the liberty of something, it's better, but only when you have the stronger stones. So if in the future you think that having taken, let's imagine here, if in the future you imagine a liberty being taken might affect the status here. Sorry, I played the, yeah, I did that right. And then we can sometimes think like this. So if you think at some point in the future that liberty might become relevant, like some point in the rest of this game, this liberty might become relevant, then take the liberty. If you think white is super strong and white will never have any weaknesses, then don't take the liberty and keep your liberties up. So it's kind of the difference is the liberty. Don't push diagonals. The way to stop this is a cap, because if they do this, there's 2 cutting points. Oh, but in this case, there's not. Oh, crap, oh, crap, oh, crap. Okay, in that case, we just block. Just block, 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 block. Block, 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 block. Block everything. But capping should be the answer here. Watch your cuts, watch your cuts, watch your cuts. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Uh-oh. Oh, nice catch by white. Very nice catch by white. Black didn't watch their cuts, and this is a complete reversal of the situation. White should have died in here, and now instead, black is dying. Oh, very exciting. Okay. Now we count. Let's estimate the score. So it looks like black is ahead by 21 if we let these go. So don't estimate the score like in the game, obviously. You want to count it as exact as you can if you have time. So with that judgment call, let's just reduce. And this is how you can make judgment calls, is you count and you decide. So if you go for the save, it means you counted and you thought if these stones are dead, then I lose the game. So you go for it, right? But if you don't have to go for it, don't go for it. And this is all counting and judgment. Don't attack the tail of the dragon. Attack the whole dragon. If you attack the tail of the dragon, then the dragon might just give up the tail to, like, eat you. Don't save the tail when the entire group is going to die. Be a smart dragon. Don't try to be a greedy dragon. This just doesn't work, so I'm not sure why we're playing it. Cap and cut. I think black can die. Probably black should die. But it's not like it's super easy. Okay. So technically it looks like black should win the game. So let's see if there's another exciting moment. Don't push diagonals. Okay, so from here, we should be able to tell that we're in endgame, and that is because the center has a bunch of stones in it, and there's no more weak groups. If there's no more weak groups, we're in endgame. So, endgame, we look at the second line. So we go here, 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 here. Then we look for the first line cente. Here, 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 here. Here, 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 here. Here, 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 here. And then we push the borders in Sente. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. And we get as many of these as we can. That is how you play a powerful endgame. Yeah, just get as many as you can. Neglecting that is about a 20-point difference. So if black plays all of that versus black not playing all of that and white playing all of it, let's just see how big the difference is. So if we do estimate score, okay, black by 23. Not quite, but it's okay. And now let's make white play them all out. So instead, black plays here. Okay, boom, 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 boom. This one's not as Sente for white, unfortunately. Let's do there. That sucks. But here should be okay. Yeah. Here. I don't think that's Sente, unfortunately. So, oh, we can do here, maybe, and then here. I think that's a close approximation. What's the score now? Black by 15. So it looks like about a 5-point difference. Oh, no, it's more than that because silliness. So I would say arguably it's 5 to 10 points. Now, this is also assuming that, what is this, 14 moves, 20 moves? This is also assuming there's not more chances in the next 100 moves. So if it's 5 to 10 points and 20 moves, that's like almost 2 points for every one of your moves, I think. Something like that. So that means you're gaining like 1 to 2 points every single move. For 100 moves, you're going to win by 100 points. So don't underestimate how valuable endgame is. Endgame is the accumulation of a lot of 1-point moves or 2-point moves. That's what endgame is. And it adds up so much. So never, ever neglect how important endgame can be because the difference will add up. This just doesn't work. So this is a little bit of a chicken move. That's optimistic. I don't know why you're doing this. You're winning by a crap ton, so just finish the game. If you make it complicated, you might lose. So don't make it complicated. Just finish the game. You're winning. This is so greedy. This is so greedy. That is also greedy. Go here. White is losing. White's going to take risk, or white should take risk. White wants you to do something crazy because white is losing. So don't do something crazy. White, I think you're being too passive. You are not checking your opponent's cuts. You're not checking your cuts. And you also missed the ladder earlier. So definitely cutting points. You need nets, ladders. These are basic cutting point shapes. So I would do like dozens and dozens of those for like a month. Okay, if you fix it this way, then this one is Gote. But if you fix it this way, it is Sente. These 1-point moves. So every single move. Also notice how white lost the point. White lost the point. So in addition to me gaining 5 or 10 points if I'm playing the endgame perfectly, the opponent will also lose points over and over. So you actually might be gaining 3 or 4 points a move, depending on the skill difference of the players. I think against a double-digit queue, I can, just in endgame alone, I think I can gain 40 or 50 points. So realistically speaking, if you work on your endgame, I think you can confidently gain 10 points on your opponent if your endgame is confident for your level. So just by working on endgame for like maybe a week straight, I think you would improve your game by at least 10 points for the games that make it to endgame. If this is Sente, it's fine. I actually didn't check. It's not It's yeah, it's Sente. Okay, it's Sente. So that means you're fine. Typically, though, typically these can be Gote, and if the cut or clamp doesn't work. So typically you would do this, but yeah, I technically didn't check, and I have a bad habit of not checking the Hanes. Yeah, if white tries to go play in game, looks like the clamp fixed there, and you can't clamp. So the clamp, if there's a cut, this could work, but I think this is just not going to go anywhere, unfortunately. It'd be amazing if white died, but I don't think white should die here. It'd be amazing if it did. But the easy sequence is just the clamp and just go for the easy one. Because if we try to cut, boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm out of time for this one, so hopefully you both found it helpful.